We're here with the Democratic nominee for Mayor, Gary Goncalves. Thank you very much for just appearing briefly. I understand that you haven't run for office that often, so you don't do a lot of these debates. How did you think of it?
Well, it's my first debate, frankly. I think the mayor is very polished and well prepared, and he's got 8 years of experience behind him. Certainly 8 years of experience not only in city government, but also in the debate process.
Right.
So I think I was a little bit at a handicap there. I think I got my points out. I think I was able to show the voters where I differ from the mayor and point out some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes that, frankly, people don't know about and have not been reading in the papers over the years. So from that aspect, I think I did okay.
With the debate in its entirety will appear on our show, Ideas at Work and Beyond, so the voters will get a chance to hear everything you said. If you wanted to highlight one or two things that you'd like to leave with the voters, and there'll be a lot more of them watching TV than you'll hear at the debate, what are the two issues that you thought you scored the most points for?
Well, despite what he said about taxes and bonding, I believe that the walls are closing in on the city of Danbury, the financial walls. I don't care about Moody's or Fitch. I mean, the truth is he inherited a very strong bond rating when he took over, and he's basically been the steward of that. But again, that fund balance is something that he's been riding the backs of the taxpayers for. And, one day he's going to leave, and we're going to have a lot of long-term debt to pay back. And the other thing is, again, I think the big thing is treating the Constitution of this city like a suggestive document. I mean, there are a number of things that I brought up today that show that he has rampant disregard for that charter. He interprets it the way he wants, and he's been allowed, because of the Republican council majority, to get away with it. And it's unfair to the citizens of Danbury.
Listen, the democratic process wouldn't work if there weren't people taking the leaders to task. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
The guts to be in the race, and I wish you all the luck in the world.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We're here with His Honor Mayor Mark Boughton, and just completed this debate in sort of a luncheon type setting. Our people that watch our show will watch the entire debate from start to finish, so they'll see everything you said. But what are one or two points that you feel like you really made some headway with?
Well, look, I think the mayor has to be the chief cheerleader in charge, if you will, the guy who is positive, or gal, and positive and proactive about the city. And I'm really bullish on Danbury, and I think residents ought to know that, and I'm excited about our future. We've got a lot of good things happening and a lot of more good things coming up for our city. So that's really kind of how I feel. It's so easy to knock down a barn, but it's a lot harder to build something. And together the community is working at building something together.
Yeah, the sense I got from it was that your opponent was sort of picking at small little things and trying to make points, but the larger vision was that Danbury is moving ahead and has a bright future.
In spite of just a horrible economic time, a lot of people are hurting out there. Absolutely, and like I said, at this time we can use this time to plan and execute that plan when things turn around.
As the functioning mayor of Danbury, do you find it difficult to simultaneously run for public office and also execute the duties of public office?
Well, keep in mind, too, as a candidate, even though you have a campaign manager, the reality is a campaign is a reflection of you and the job that you're doing. So you really got to manage a campaign, much like you manage the city, but you're managing volunteers that don't have a lot of time. So, yeah, it can be pretty interesting. And as I mentioned in the paper, it leads to some very comical moments where, I'm on the cell phone, I'm handling a problem. At the same time, I'm in front of a lady's home trying to give her a piece of literature. So, but people are cool about it. They understand. So.
Well, listen, thank you very much for appearing. And all this.